Pension auto-enrollment will soon be introduced. This means that all full-time workers over the age of 23 earning more than €20,000 per year must contribute to a pension, and employers must contribute. What are those pension entitlements, and is there independent advice available? The Q Financial Pension Team are experienced in advising both employees and employers of the positive and affordable options available for your situation. Call 091 421 900 or log on to qfinancial.ie.
Q Financial, qfinancial.ie.
Based in Clare, Galway, OMA Financial Services Limited, trading as qfinancial.ie, is an authorised independent pension intermediary regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
We redefine your relationship with energy, save you money, and get you on the path to a cleaner, greener future. JFW Renewables, your nationwide solar energy specialists. Call us today for a greener tomorrow.
Who else in this group? Who else is in it?
You're very welcome back to Pearse Stadium, where we've all kind of caught our breaths here after the crazy finish towards the end of the first game that saw pretty much the last, I won't even say kick of the game, punch of the ball of the game, just grabbed a victory for Navan and Lettermore. They've now secured a top seed in the preliminary quarter-final draw. It'll be Montpellier Maigh, who will be the second seeds. They've now finished the group in third. Crazy finish. And we're getting ready, and we'll turn our attention to Group 2 of the Bon Secours Galway Senior Football Championship. And it will see Cuilinn face St. James's. So the standout side from the west playing the ever-improving City side, who have been very lively. And of course, I look out there and I see a certain number 8 in the maroon. For Galway, he's now in the maroon and a dash of green for his club. He's been a phenomenal player, probably one of the best standout players over the course of the whole of the island over the course of the year, and he's been certainly lively so far, and he's club championship so far in the remaining of the group. This pretty much is a battle for top position. Cuilinn have the advantage. They have 2 wins out of 2. They got a scare first time out against Dumore, but then they opened the guns against Monavea Abbey in the second game. So they're on 100% so far. It's St. James's also, who are unbeaten, although they did draw their first game with Monavea Abbey, so they need to try and get the win on the full. So hugely anticipated game to come forward to Jimmer. We will just pause here for a moment. Firstly, so we will have a minute's silence, and that will be followed by our on the Veen. So we'll let you just pay a bit of moment's respect here as you will hear the message coming across on the PA. You see the Cuilinn team down to our right. They're in the green with the white sash. County champions from 2 years ago were defeated by Cuilinn in the championship. We will pause for that moment's silence. Now we will have our on the Veen here in a Pearse Stadium. So that concludes the pre-match formalities. And Dermot, you've spotted a certain player on the sideline for Maigh Cuilinn.
Yeah, Peter Cook seems to be back and he's on the bench. As well as James McLaughlin is on the bench. He seems to have his hamstring well strapped, so he might be carrying a little knock. But both of them are on the bench for Maigh Cuilinn.
Okay, so we'll quickly give you the teams for Maigh Cuilinn. It is Andrew Power in goal. It is a full back line of 17, Conor Corcoran. Number 3 is Sean Kelly, and number 4 is Michael Maughan. The half back line is Aidan Claffey wearing 7, David Wynne wearing 6, and Johnny Maloney wearing 5. Middle of the field is Tom Clark, and number 2 Owen Kelly. Half forward line is Cian Dean, Paul Kelly and Neil McCahey. And then the inside line is Desi Keneally, Niall Walsh and Owen Gallagher. It's a fairly tasty looking team. We'll give you the St James's team then, and there's multiple changes from the Match Day programme. In goal is James Egan. The full back line is Jack Folan. It is Darren Neary and it is Peter Healy. The half back line is Owen Finnerty. It is Johnny Dewan and it is Jack O'Neill. Midfield then is Paul Connery and Sam O'Neill. And the half forward line is Desi Hines, it is Fintan Cooney and Joshua Cuilinn. And then the inside line is Jack Nolan, it is Evan Moran, and it is number 15 Aaron Connolly. So numbers, particularly in the St James's side, go high up in the teens and 20s. Their action has started, and it's St James's who will have the advantage of the breeze. The rain seems to calm down a bit, Dermot, but the breeze still has a couple of points in it, you would feel.
Yeah, it does. We saw from the previous game that the wind does play a huge factor, so St James will have to make hay here at the start. In the last couple of games that St James have played, they've played very well in the first half and kind of died out of in the second half. If they could put two halves together, they'd be a match for anybody. But interesting, just from the throw in there, it seems Jack O'Neill, who's wearing number 9, has gone back picking up Owen Gallagher. So that's a strange match-up, but we'll just see will he stay marking for the whole game.
Seems to be passing them off there for the time being. Yeah, certainly a lot of big names on show on both sides. Sam and Jack O'Neill, ultra talented set of brothers as well. Good to see Sam back from injury. Still has the knee strapped up, but it is St James's keep on possession. And you touched on it there. That 20 minutes or so in the opening game against Maigh Abbey, they looked like one of the best teams in the country. They were outstanding.
They did, and as well against Dunmore in the first half, they were excellent. So, you know, they have a young team, and they've like Johnny Dewan and Paul Conner on the pitch with a young team. They're nearly like coaches with them on the pitch. So, you know, it'd be interesting to see how they get on here. I have a feeling that they could put it right up to Maigh Cuilinn.
And how important will it feel, do you think, top in the group? This one is a different dynamic. The last group we knew Salt Hill had gone top and they couldn't be caught, but this one...
Yeah, I think the big thing is from what I'm hearing, is that any dual clubs will be playing on the Thursday. You're playing 4 days' time, so that will probably, both of these teams could end up playing on Thursday, whoever loses. So that's a huge disadvantage and a huge carrot for anybody to win it.
And of course, the week off then as well with injuries, it's heavy pitches, and look,
absolutely.
We saw there will be suspensions after the first game as well. Hopefully there won't be on this game to follow, but the first game, literally, I know it's an old cliche, but it had a bit of everything. So far here in the opening 2.5 minutes, it's just been St James's keeping on possession. Maigh Cuilinn now under the stewardship of Colin Clancy. He had been part of the setup under Don Connellan for the last couple of years, so no real change to hand over the guard there. His side against the elements, sitting quite deep, looking for the counter-attack. Paul Connery now gets the ball deep, dummy solo, and it's still going with Connery on the ball. Interesting to see who tags him. It looked like it might be Johnny Maloney was on him here there for a couple of situations. To see how that one goes around. It's still St James's keep on possession, and a little bit of pushing off the ball there as well. It's still on the go, and it's still St James's keep on possession here. Now they try and go over towards the left hand side. It's Peter Healy. He gets it off the shoulder and they move on possession, but still not really going anywhere so far. It's a bit of a pauseness and a bit of calmness after the frantic finish in the opening game. There was a last second goal even. So Naomh Anna Littamore get the win. That season finish second. A bit of old-fashioned running here now, coming from Finnan Cooney, and he's hit traffic and he's hit a turnover. And after 3 minutes and 21 seconds of St James's possession, first time they really go any way forward, they hit contact, and now Sean Kelly will restart for his side. Many people, myself included, thought that he might have been given the group off, shall we say, but look at him out there and give and go, and he's eyeing up the football again. Off the shoulder now it comes as Aidan Claffey. Bit of a stray solo, but Claffey still goes and hits a bit of contact and wins a free for his side. Well inside the 45 on the right-hand side. Dessie Keneally, you would imagine, although he's not making a run towards the ball just yet. He's looking at it. Now he's making his way over.
The breeze seems to have picked up even more from the last game, so taking a free off the hand is a very difficult one. You would think he will go from the ground and give a low trajectory and hopefully just kick it low over the crossbar and get it over. But difficult free none the same here for Dessie to start off.
And he usually starts off the hands, but this time it's on the floor. Against stiff enough breeze here, 4.5 minutes into the first half here at Pearse Stadium to try and get the opening score of the game. This is Group 2 to see who finish the top. Keneally, he sliced it outside of the boot as he squeezed it in. He hasn't. It's just tailed off in the end. He gave it one hell of an effort though. Yeah,
it's going to be difficult to score into that breeze. The breeze is always strong in Pearse Stadium, but it seems to be extra strong today.
This is a point where St James's was so clever as we watch wrestling off the ball in the middle of the field. Plenty of that in the first half, but the ball finds Cuilinn now in the middle of the field. But Egan off the tee has been red hot, and they've worked on a lot of set moves as well. Kickouts will be fascinating again here today. As Egan gets on possession. Deep inside, almost in a left half back position. Sprays the ball across towards the right hand side. We're on the go, and now there's a bit of room here. Cuilinn still going forward. Movement inside, but it's going to be just ran the way through. There's still no score after 5.5 minutes of action. Picks up now is Sam O'Neill. And gives it backwards at a walking pace, but gets it back again. O'Neill now, big punch pass in field, but it's very cagey at the moment here. Now it goes across here. Choose Jack Folan. Folan now has O'Neill on the shoulder. And this time it's Jack, puts it back in field. All sorts of shouts off the ball for set place moves, it looks like. But both sides are very much taking the safety approach here so far. It's cautious. Set up. Just the one shot and goal of any note that came from a free kick. Johnny Dewan now has come for a run. That's a clever little pass inside where they come on the loop back towards Paul Conroy, but the pass isn't good. He has to come back and get it. He does it at the breeze and he's back. Conroy from the hands, and Conroy's nailed it. Was it ever in doubt?
Yeah, how many times over the years has Paul struck a ball like that over the crossbar in Pearse Stadium? But the ball was behind him. It was still a very difficult kick to execute. He was running backwards, but he has such confidence in his strike, and he just tapped it over the bar from 45 with a great score.
So that's the scoreboard movement for the first time in the second game. St James's in front by a point. Paul Conroy with his first and probably not his last of the game, you would suspect. Andrew Power went short with the kick out. Now it's Mark Cuilinn coming forward, running with the football. They've met it up towards halfway, and backwards they go where they move it through the hands and just keeping on possession. St James's have retrieved as well. So a bit of movement over here if they desire to come this way, where it is that Tom Clark has the option in front of the sideline. They're keeping on possession and still on the go. Clark does get the football now. He's driving forward on the left hand side. Still going. Needs a bit of help from his side. Scoops it down the corner where it's Dessie Keneally through Ivan Needle, and Paul Kelly now is coming with the football. Around the loop it goes. Keneally has a shot again. Keneally goes for goal, and it's punched over the bar in the end by Egan. They just turn on the class. It's level again here as well, but just increase the tempo straight away. The give and go, almost scoring an opportunity, but Keneally's shot does find its way over the bar, 1 point apiece.
Yeah, they're very good at that counter-attack and play, Maigh Cuilinn. They keep ball, they really have loose hand passes, and St James is fortunate not to concede a goal there even.
Again they go short. O'Neill gets it under considerable pressure there from Aidan Claffey, and we'll get an extra couple of yards. Now O'Neill outside of the right sprays the ball up into the sky. A little bit of a nudge perhaps there. It doesn't make its way through towards Moran, but it's been just tidied up by St James's, who come across on the loop. And Jack O'Neill was almost the runner. Ball goes in field, and it's very tight over there. And Cooney gets it and puts it across now. And keep on possession. And now in turn here is Dessie Hines, and St James's now at the sides level, a point apiece, 8 minutes in. St James's just with that opening score from Paul Conroy. That was replied with a fine team move, finished in the end by Dessie Keneally. Now here comes a bit of running from Jack Folan. Encouraged to go forward. Conroy again on the loop, just inside the 45. Conroy this time goes on his left. Left or right, has he got it? He certainly has. Paul Conroy, outrageous. It's just like showing off at this stage. One off the left, one off the right. 2-1 in front.
Yeah, absolutely outstanding. You would think that Maigh Cuilinn will eventually put one of the Kellys probably to man-mark Paul and just take him out of the game. When Paul is left with a bit of space in Pearse Stadium, he'll shoot the lights out all day.
Particularly with that breeze at his back. A little bit straight from the kick out. The pressure comes on here, and Nolan has nearly forced the turnover, and they just about get rid of that football. And tidied up now, and David Wynne will come forward with the football, chips it down the line, where Cuilinn gets possession, cuts the ball in field as the wind continues to pick up here in Pearse Stadium. St James's, with 2 monster scores from Paul Conroy, are in front by 2 points to 1. 9 minutes gone here in the second half. Owen Gallagher now, and we've seen that so many times, left to right. He's found a pocket of space, punches the ball up the round Walsh. Gallagher still going on in the end. Gallagher off the left. Has he dragged it though? Has he squeezed it in? No, it's out for his side. Second wide of the game. But you can see Maigh Cuilinn, when they get those movement and get going up through the gears, are so dangerous.
Absolutely, he's so influential, Owen Gallagher, for Maigh Cuilinn. They just run the ball through him. He comes from deep and they just work the ball, use him as an anchor almost. But it will interesting to see will Jack O'Neill stay with them, because he will have to be nullified if St James are to have a chance here.
The attack continues with St James's, who have won a sideline over on the far side. Pretty much empty terrace. I said the rain had stopped a little bit earlier on. It's coming in and swarm, and Conroy is going for a Jaff Allen special here. It'll almost be the perfect hat trick if you call it that. 1 off, 2 from play so far, 1 off the right, 1 off the left. And looks like he's eyeing up this sideline.
He'll fancy his chances here with that breeze.
So he's, what is he, about 30 yards out, you'd say. Over on the far left-hand side, no. Goes short, fooled us all. Will he get the ball back? He just about will. He has to stretch for it. And then he's under pressure, and they forced the turnover at Maigh Cuilinn, so that attack came to no good. And they're coming forward with the ball. It was Paul Kelly that done the damage there. And now it's Cuilinn, pops it down the line, where Walsh now is coming a little bit deeper, of course, involved in the Leitrim squad this year. Such an array of talent picked up. Now Sean Kelly gets the football. Bit of open country in the front of him. Turns it down though. And says patience first here. 10 minutes gone, almost gone on to 11. And it is St James's leading by 2 points to 1. But St James's have the elements here in the opening half. As pressure comes on, and there's a mighty sort of pressure there, and a little bit of a late swing there on Johnny Mahoney. And I've seen plenty of those in the first game. This one wasn't met with the same sort of fanfare, you would say. And it's just to fuse the situation. The Offaly man is up to his feet, and it's Maigh Cuilinn who continue to attack down the right hand side. And now they found a bit of room in the corner, edging the way forward. It's a difficult opportunity to try and work a shot though against those stiff elements. And now it's Desi on the Keneally on the run. There's runners from every place. They're so good at these bit of movements of play, moving through their hands quickly through it, and they're edging the way forward. It's on now, where it's picked up again by Maloney. It gives it off the shoulder. And it's David Wynne now. He forces the ball backwards, and now they move the ball over towards the right hand side, but they're ever so patient on the football. Claffey now punches the ball over on the right hand side, and now just backwards they go. Sean Kelly picks things up, moves the ball in field. Now will they try and probe down the left hand side? That's where the run is coming. Tom Clark now in field towards Sean Kelly. Has a bit of movement, has a bit of room in front of him. He's looking up with number 3 in the back, but again they go backwards, and they're showing a lot of patience in the ball. They've pretty much pushed everyone forward now, so it's just about, I suppose, finding that spot of weakness. They're trying to almost suck out St James's to get the ball quickly over the top. There's a huge overlap here in front of the stand. There's about 4 players who are potentially an option. Tom Clark gets it here in front of it. The give and go isn't on, so he has to cut in field. Now he gives it back towards David Wynne, and Wynne now hand passes the ball backwards. Is this patience against the elements? You probably say it's very
interesting to see with Maigh Cuilinn. They have everyone out on the sidelines and 3 or 4 guys in the end line, so they leave the whole middle open. Even though that's where St James have their bodies, they're getting everyone out of there.
So it's a game of real chicken and egg at the moment. Sean Kelly now halfway line, looking up. He's side trail by 2 points to 1, but they are against the elements, as we keep on repeating. Important caveat here in the game so far in Tuam Stadium. This is a battle for top spot in Group 2 of the Monsecure's Galway Senior Football Championship. Maigh Cuilinn have the advantage because they've won all their games so far. A draw will suffice for Colin Clancy's side to have the week off and go the direct route straight through to the quarterfinals. Now they try and probe down this overlap down the left hand side, where it's still ongoing there with David Wynne. He's still solo into the corner. Has option backwards as Tom Clark, but he might have to go. No, he keeps it to Clark. Clark dancing along the sideline almost. Now cuts in field. Sean Kelly's behind him. Sean Kelly gets the football. Sean Kelly now is half thinking of buying up, and he runs over towards the inside right position. Only goes to the 45. Now solos. Is he going to try and probe his way through? Sean Kelly is going. He has the advantage call as well. and will get the free, and it feels like Maigh Cuilinn had that ball for about 5 minutes or so, but they've got the free. They're burning the clock down all this time as well.
Yeah,
it's clever football.
It is, but the interesting, they haven't given the ball away. They've kept that ball, and it is draining, over time. They're comfortable playing down the clock with this breeze. So another kick from Desi from the ground. A difficult free though, and all the same, it's straight in front of goal, but there's a gale force breeze.
Yeah, so he's got one from play. He's at a free that just tailed off towards the right. This one very central, the breeze picking up there again, as you can probably tell on the mics. He's looking like he's going to go outside of the boot again and almost stab this one towards the goal. And that he does. Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful score. Just look at that for the strike. The Irish Open is on, but you won't see a better drive anywhere but Ireland today.
Fantastic strike, but Desi's really matured as a free taker. He's really reliable now. Top quality club player, in fairness to him.
So he's levelled the sides for the second time here in Pearse Stadium. 14 and a half minutes gone, 2 points apiece. Johnny Dewan now as St James's win short, keep on possession. Now they're coming forward, they need to be careful, hold on to possession. Movement on the right hand side where Foley will pick things up. A mover inside is Johnny Dewan, and he puts a high scraper up towards the corner forward position. Up go the bodies, it breaks behind. There's battle in there, who's going to come out with the possession. It'll be tidied up by Maigh Cuilinn, and that's clever little play. And I have to be careful here because Conor Corcoran is in all kinds of trouble. But just to say that, he gets a free for his side. Either way, he'd managed to get possession backwards. Playing in the corner down to our right-hand side. So what's he giving? He's giving a free. Is he going to give it a sideline? In fact, I thought he'd indicated a free. So pretty much a butchered effort, an attempt a couple of moments ago from St James's over on the left-hand side. This time they move it in, and there is a bit of movement here. And there is space, and James is now keeping on the possession, trying to probe the way through. But again, look at the challenge coming in. They forced the turnover, but then there's a counter ruck, nearly you would call it. O'Neill now comes driving forward with the football. Sees a lot of green, has to scoop the ball backwards, where it's tidied up, and then a late hit. As Desi Keneally got the clip as he kind of stooped his way down to get the football. Might be Neil Mulcahy, in fact. Either way, brave. He knew he was going to get hit. It was Neil Mulcahy. And Maigh Cuilinn aren't wasting any time, because they're continuing to attack now. Try and get a counter-attack of their own. Corcoran this time puts it back over on the right-hand side, where Tom Clark continues to drive forward with the football. Makes its way, and they keep on possession. Now they chip the ball back in field, going for a full reset almost. Tidied up, and they just keep the ball through the hands. Clever tactical play. Sides are locked at 2 points apiece. 16 and a half minutes gone here in the first half. St James's do have the elements. They've got 2 fine scores from Paul Conroy, but that's been their tally so far. They will need more if they want to try and make their breakthrough. Michael Maughan now gets the football. He's looking for someone to run behind him, and Desi Keneally is the option now in towards Sean Kelly. A bit of a hop in the crowd. Kelly goes from distance. Has he got it? He hasn't. He's tailed it out. Wide number 3 now for their side. They're doing the right things. It's just so difficult against those elements. Yeah,
it looks like is Sean Kelly picking up Paul Conroy now? He seems to be further out the field, but there's often that debate about Sean Kelly, where's his best position, but he does so much attacking from full back. He's nearly, he's a real threat from the full back line, but just tailed wide there, that effort.
Yeah, fine kick off the key from James Egan yet again. He went long left, and they're so good at those. I wouldn't like to count the amount of times they've spent practicing those kickouts. So well finely tuned under Barry Downey, and of course an extensive backroom staff there as well. Side that are very easy in the eye, but it is 2 points apiece here, and they're trying to build from deep. Healy now goes across towards the left hand side. Just keeping possession. Maigh Cuilinn pretty much have everyone back. Here comes the runner, and on they go. They keep on moving with the football. The Seagulls are coming to join us here in Pearse Stadium. It's a cold evening here, but Jack Foley now gives the ball backwards to Fintan Cooney. Cooney now looks almost in a centre forward position, looking up, but it's very static at the moment. Not a lot of movement, so it's pretty much hand passing around the shoulder. The ball goes back towards Cooney again. Now they find a half a pocket of space. What a turnover that is. It might be Johnny Maloney. They've got to get his paw on that football, but they've turned it back now on O'Neill. Oh, glorious. Has he squeezed it in? Has he got it in? He hasn't. I thought it was going to cover. The umpire had a good debate about that one. Wide call, the first wide of the game. I thought it was over initially. Might have tailed off at the last second.
I think there was a pass on. Was it to Desi Hines? Was gone inside there. If Jack spotted him, it was probably a goal chance. But unlucky not to get a score there after some great effort.
Power goes long. Up come the bodies. St James's have it. And surely that's a free there on Sam O'Neill. No, he lets play on continue, and Paul Connery now has to volley his way through. Got a bit of man and the ball with that contact, and some of the Cuilinn players aren't too happy with the Galway player. Play on is the call, and the ball is down the other end of the pitch, where St James's have forced a turnover. But he certainly wasn't pulling out that one, and that is a sore one. Any sort of contact on such a cold day. Keep on following the play, but there's a player down off the ball there as well. Surprised the officials haven't stopped play just to even allow some treatment. O'Neill now coming forward, gives the ball infield towards Jack Nolan. Paul Connery now on the right hand side, puts the ball infield, backwards it goes, and they keep on possession. Their turn to have a large period of dominance. The score still locked at 2 points apiece here in Pearse Stadium, coming up to 20 minutes gone now in the opening half. Game almost at a walking pace. It's very much a chess match at the moment. Cooney now, halfway line, looks left or goes right. Now goes over towards the left-hand side where Healy is coming forward, pops it off the shoulder quickly. And they go back now towards Johnny Dewan, such an experienced footballer. Pops the ball in front of him, and now this might open up with a potential little bit of a run here, and on they go. There's a backdoor cut coming, and that's where the ball is going. Oh, it's just a little bit too far, might be recycled. No, it's out for a wide ball in the end. You'd have to say 2 points apiece, 20 minutes gone. Cuilinn against the Elements will be very happy the way things are going here.
Yeah, they look very strong in defence here, Cuilinn. They're physically stronger than St James. You can see that when they bring the ball into tackle, St James are getting turnover, but St James are athletic. If they could just put a bit more pace into their attack, they might, and keep it out of the tackle if they could, they might get more reward from it.
And they have the ball back here under Powers. Kick out, got out in the full over on the far side of the empty terrace. A bit of lecturing going on there as well. Looks like there's still a bit of discussions, shall we say, at that last incident a couple of moments ago. I'm not really sure you can blame Paul Connery. The ball was there, you had to go for it. He certainly got a bit of contact on the follow through, but I think that's just part of the game ultimately there. I can see why his teammates are trying to protect their injured party, but not a lot in that one for me. Play on is the rightful call, and James Egan gets possession now. Nobody behind him, so he strides forward with the football. I've seen goalkeepers, particularly with Maigh and Lettermore, have a big say in the way the game was going there to try and undo their man less damage after 2 red cards were shown. But they still got the victory. At the moment it's locked here. Level, that's very close to the surface there. The referee says, I think his player's going in. Quick hands and maybe a late hit. This could be a free shot, and it's blocked in the end. Aaron Connolly, and now the shot comes in for distance. That's well wide on the left-hand side. But surprised we didn't come back for a free there after the late hit. It seemed like a straightforward enough decision.
Yeah, that was a strange one. I thought that was a rash challenge from someone from the Cuilinn side. He came out of the... just shot out and took a St James guy out there, I thought.
Yeah, it was just a late hit off the ball there, a bit of a follow through, and looks like one of the St James's players. I think that might be Peter Healy. We might be seeing a few stars there as well. He got a fair old clatter when he was completely open. But it looks like, has he awarded the free in the end? If he has, it's such a late call. No, I think he's just indicating that he will play on here. So it still remains 2 points apiece. And Andrew Power will be trying to get this one accurate. A bunch of break from deep, but no real options for the football, so has to chip it over. There is option over the sideline again, very close. The second one in a row that's gone over. And you would say if there's one chink in the Cuilinn armour, it's probably that problem position of the goalkeeper. I know Power is a young keeper, still has a lot to learn, but it's a big ask being in the melting pot of championship football, and kickouts are so important. And James is smelling a little bit of blood there. Can they do damage on the scoreboard as a result, though? Darren Neary goes infield, and Johnny Dewan now goes across towards the left-hand side. No real tempo to the game so far, just more of a tactical plan. Probably Cuilinn will be the happier, given that they have the elements to follow in the second half. St James's game is still low. The half has flown by. Just about 7 minutes of normal time left here at the end of the first half. St James's definitely need a score too. Ball in towards the corner. Can they get the mark? No, it comes to through. And a little bit careful, but on they go now. And the shot will come in the end. Aaron Connolly, can he get his way? He's taken a lot of steps. Might have got a free in turn. Jack Nolan now puts one in and out on the full. And You just have to be so careful in those and so calm and structured in those circumstances.
Yeah, Aaron Conley did very well, to work it, to win that ball and nearly work a score, but he's probably waiting for someone to come off him. He wouldn't have the lightning pace to go around the likes of Sean Kelly, but he's very clever and he was waiting for someone to come off him. But unfortunately, they're not to get a score now.
Power now looks like he's going to switch sides. Two had gone over on the right. This time he's gone up in the middle of the field, but it's only as far as Jack O'Neill, who had time even to pick up his own breaking ball. Now they're coming driving forward. They have an advantage call here, and it's switched over across towards Neary. That's the stoop to get the football back, and he does now. Johnny Dewan outside of the boot, bombs one in around the house, but it's 2v1, and it's easily tidied up over there. Sean Kelly playing the sweeper role, takes the football, comes out with it. Now it's Owen Gallagher, a little bit deeper. So one big run for him so far. He's been quieter so far in the game, but he's happy with his side. Probably still where they want to be. 2 points apiece. A draw would be enough for Maigh Cuilinn. Will there be some little bit more of a flurry potentially before half time, or will we keep this cagey nature of the game so far? Sean Kelly now has options, but he's nearly gone backwards with the football. Does punch it over across towards this side where everyone's pushed up again. Tom Clark now drives forward with the football and gives it in field where they quickly move it through the hands there. Owen Kelly has popped the ball in field, and now it's across now with Conor Corcoran. Corcoran now drives forward with the football. He has a bit of room. Paul Connery's in front of him. Corcoran, does he try and fancy a little bit of run? He sprays the ball backwards, and again we see this reset, and they'll push everyone forward, keep everyone wide, and keep a couple of bodies behind the ball, and almost try and squeeze James's back nearly towards the prairie.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's usually Gallagher who starts the run from deep, and here he is on the ball. Let's see how it goes.
He's put increased tempo, and now he weeds his way through, and he's got fouled in the end. And it's almost like the opening move of the game where they bomb forward, got the free from that position where Gallagher is the one to inject it, gets a foul, gets a sore one as well for his side. It's clever football.
Yeah, they seem to just keep it wide, keep that middle channel wide open, and they get all their hard runners, the Kellys and Owen Gallagher coming from deep, and just let them go straight down the channel and hopefully get fouled or play a 1-2 and get in for a score. But it is very effective, and they don't give the ball away in these scenarios, Michael, and they keep it in hand. So another opportunity for Desi.
This is a difficult one, though,
still
isn't
a
it?
difficult free. Yeah, that breeze is very, very tricky.
He's on his wrong side as well. He's all the way over on the terrace,
taking off his
hand,
hands as well.
Yeah, off the hands, trying to arc this one back. But he's against a swirling breeze here. With 4 minutes to go to the interval, it's level at 2 points apiece. He's got both his sides 2 points to date. He strikes this one very high. It's going to be short though. Egan comes out. It works to a crew. Shot and goal comes in. Oh, it's a block. It comes off the upright. Still not danger averted. And then it's another deflection out for a 40 white ball. I thought I got a deflection then out in the full. You said, Dermot?
Yeah, so it's a white ball. Very unlucky there.
Because Cian Dean initially got the first one. That was well blocked. And it was just driven wide in the end. And it's Niall Walsh who will be very disappointed with that. But dropped short. Broke out, blocked off the upright, broke out again and out on the full. Still remains 2 points apiece.
Yeah, very, very unlucky. That would have been a humongous score in the game. St. James have a fantastic kick-out strategy. Let's see what they do here. Maigh Cuilinn have are zonally marking for the press here in the kick-out.
They certainly have. I see a lot of green in front of me. There's an overlap here as well, blocking the front of us, in front of the stand. That's where the ball is going up towards O'Neill. Oh, what a catch that is. Probably one of the best teams in the county at goal kicks that I've seen so far, anyways.
Yeah, they have a lot of raw material out there. They have the two O'Neills, big tall guys that can run, and they have a great goalie, a great kick out as well, and they have Paul Conroy, so a lot of options for kick outs.
Tom Clark, I think you can feel a little bit unfortunate there. I thought he'd got enough of contact in the football to do the turnover. Referee says no, long ball in, but it's out where it came from. Now is there another turnover? Might be close to the ground. Play on is the call. Very scrappy. But they do keep possession. Cian Dean will just switch it across now and encourage his goalkeeper Andrew Power to come forward. They chip it down the line where Sean Kelly is in front of him, and he gets the football now. Will there be a bit of drama here before half time? At the moment it's 2 points apiece. 2 minutes to go plus a bit of additional time. Kelly now is happy to keep possession. Again, all this time they're winding down the clock against the elements. Might have got a goal a couple of moments ago when that free from Desi Keneally dropped short and then ricocheted left, right and centre. Gets it back again, and they continue to come forward down the right hand side, trying to punch a hole. Backdoor cut down with the sideline, but James's do well and almost a choke defence. And then Sam O'Neill comes out with a football, and just wheedles his way through, gets fouled again. Good defence there from St James's.
Yeah, very good. They're very compact in there. Johnny Dewan seems to be the kind of the sweeper in there, orchestrating the defensive unit. He's doing very well. Sam O'Neill as well has covered an awful lot of ground. Has opportunities, and he's the guy turning over the Cuilinn player there at the back.
Oh, good work right there. A couple of late hits, but St James's come away with the football. Another crunching hit comes on, and eventually he comes back from the first one. I thought he might have given the second one. The Cuilinn defence weren't letting St James's come forward here as we come down the end, and thought he might have been let them have the advantage. Paul Connery now gets the football. He'll have to go back another couple of yards, so leaves it towards Johnny Dewan, who just switches across towards the left hand side. Now will they come forward, you really feel, as we have about a minute of normal time, 1 minute of addition time, so 2 minutes of action here with St James's with the elements to try and at least go in at the advantage. It's been a scrappy first half so far. Ball is cut backwards, but it's well defended there. That's Conor Corcoran that comes out with the football. Now it might be a counter-attack, and maybe it's a score for Cuilinn to come in at the advantage. Corcoran gets the ball back again on the right hand side. St James's are scampering back. First real time Cuilinn are coming forward, and they have a bit of open space. Paul Kelly has run into the corner on this side. Cian Dean is a big option on the left as well if they can switch play. Instead they keep possession, and Gallagher's happy to go over towards the right hand side, and they look to try and reset again. Backwards it goes, and there is again this sea of green shirts just hogging the sideline here as well, leaving the opens of the middle of the field empty, and just trying to tease out St James's. Tom Clark now gets possession here as well. We're about to start the 1 minute of additional time here at the end of the first half. Paul Kelly gets the football, cuts in field. Will he eye up a shot and goal? No, he's happy just to try and get a bit of contact back towards Niall Walsh. So unlucky a couple of moments ago. Walsh now is coming at pace, has the advantage hand as well. Sean Kelly, does he want it? Didn't seem to be a lot in that decision, I have to say. They've held on to the football and they've gone backwards, but despite that, the advantage time is up, and now it's backwards in a deeper position. Corcoran now striding forward with the football. Has a good bit of room. He's gone down the inside right position almost. Just shy of the 45. Infield it goes towards Sean Kelly. Lets it bounce in front of him. Now it's Solon. On comes the runners here is Johnny Maloney. Back towards Sean Kelly. Up to the brother Paul. Sean Kelly has gone again, but he's been gobbled up by St James's, who do well. They force the ball backwards. The ball isn't the best in the world, but David Wynne is able to pretty much get his own pass and found a half a pocket of space. There might have been some tagging out of the way. The referee nearly got in the way in the end. Can they get the shot again? Good defending. There's a scamper. St James is the force to turn over, but it's only been recycled back, and they will pick up a possession again with Neil Mackay. Chips the ball in towards the corner, looking to try and generate one more attack here. Shot comes in from Lely. It's high, it's up in the air. It's a Gary Owen, but they have bodies over. Niall Walsh will almost get the football. He does. He drops it. Walsh takes a shot. It's going to be short though, and James Egan takes it onto his crossbar, bounces in front of it, and there is the end of a pretty damp first half. Consider the drama that we had at the end of the first game here in Pearse Stadium. It's 2 points apiece. It's Desi Keneally 2. It's Paul Connery 2. Not been a great game. Yeah, it's just a game of chess at the moment, but you would have to say it's advantage Cuilinn with that gale force breeze. It seems to be very difficult to score down this side. Any shot from outside the 21, is a real difficult one altogether. But St James will be happy enough though. They're still in the game. They don't fear Cuilinn if they've put it up to them. But you would have to say with the bench that Cuilinn have with Cook and McLaughlin maybe to come in, it'd be advantage in with the second half, but who knows? Yeah, you would say as well, lastly, St James's would probably be happy playing against the Breeze as well in terms of their setup as well. So yeah, they're athletic enough to carry the ball through, but it's all to play for here. It certainly is. Well, there is half-time here at the end of the second game here in Pearse Stadium. It is Group 2. It is the battle for top spot, but at the moment it's all a level. Cuilinn 2 points, St James's 2.
QFinancial.ie got the price and advice for me.
Pension auto-enrolment will soon be introduced. This means that all full-time workers over the age of 23 earning more than €20,000 per year must contribute to a pension, and employers must contribute. What are those pension entitlements, and is there independent advice available? The Q Financial Pension Team are experienced in advising both employees and employers of the positive and affordable options available for your situation. Call 091 421 900 or log on to qfinancial.ie.
Q Financial, qfinancial.ie.
Based in Clare, Galway, OMA Financial Services Limited, trading as qfinancial.ie, is an authorised independent pension intermediary regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
We redefine your relationship with energy, save you money, and get you on the path to a cleaner, greener future. JFW Renewables, your nationwide solar energy specialists. Call us today for a greener tomorrow.
Inside, where they come on the loop back towards Paul Connery, but the pass isn't good. He has to go back and get it. He does it the breeze and he's back. Inside, where they come on the loop back towards Paul Connery, but the pass isn't good. He has to go back and get it. He does it the breeze and he's back. Connery from the hands, and Connery's nailed it. Keneally through Ivan Needle, and Paul Kelly now is coming with the football around the loop. It goes. Keneally has a shot again. Keneally goes for goal, and it's punched over the bar in the end. Keneally through Ivan Needle, and Paul Kelly now is coming with the football around the loop. It goes. Keneally has a shot again. Keneally goes for goal, and it's punched over the bar in the end. Connery again on the loop, just inside the 45. Connery this time goes on his left or right. Has he got it? He certainly has. Up there again, as you can probably tell on the mics. He's looking like he's going to go outside of the boot again and almost stab this one towards the goal, and that he does. Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful. welcome back to Pearse Stadium. We're about to start the second half of this Bonsecours Group 2 Galway Senior Football clash between Cuilinn and St. James's. The first half, there's no way of glossing it up, a hard watch. weather having a big impact on the game. Sides are locked to 2 points apiece. Cuilinn, though, will probably be the happier of this sides. They have the wind at their back here at the second half. It's 2 points in the first half from Desi Keneally, 2 points from Paul Connery for St James's. It's the only 4 scores of the opening half. Hopefully this game will spark into life. We were treated with an absolute humdinger in the first game here with Navan Lettermore with a dramatic late winner over Montpellier Maigh, but so far this one is very much at a teasing out phase here. Let's see, we're almost ready to go again here. Let's hope that this game finds a bit of life, but at the moment it is Maigh Cuilinn with the point who would top the group. It seems the last we heard from Tuam Stadium was that Dunmore had the advantage over Monavea Abbey in the other game in group at half time as well. That would see Dunmore crawl out of bottom spot. It would see Monavea Abbey back into the relegation semi-final. Carlistran are definitely in the relegation semi-final. That's the new confirmed team. We have some more. So today tidies up Group 1 and 2. Tomorrow we'll see Groups 3 and 4. We will have the cameras in Tuam Stadium. 2 exciting games to look forward to. Tuam facing Cuilinn. That's in Group 3. And then in Group 4, which is probably the most open of the lot, we will be watching Milltown versus Barna. And positions of that one are all up for grabs. Down Cuilinn is the other game in that group. Luke Gerard also in action as Galler goes for one straight away. Kind of took it on the run. He almost lashed at it a little bit wildly in the unusual for Maigh Cuilinn. That's their first wide of the second half. 5 in total for County's side. But maybe, Jeremy, that is a sign of things to come. We hope, anyways.
Yeah, interesting. It looks like Owen Kelly has moved out from cornerback, and it seems to be looking after Paul Conroy. I wonder will he be tagging him for the rest of the game. But there is a very, very strong breeze. So they've even picked up even stronger since half time against St James's. So they're going to have to run everything. But it might suit them. They have a young athletic team, and also Maigh Cuilinn are a running team too. They may not use the win to its full potential. Maybe they will. Desi Keneally's inside, so it'll be interesting to see what they do. Will they go more direct, or will they keep running through the hands?
Yeah, there's a crowd of bodies there. Well, Connery, almost like a rugby or even American football, came out to the bottom of a pile of bodies with the football and gets the free kick, so he gets his team on the attack again. And it's still 2 points apiece. Coming up to 2 minutes gone now in the second half. That wind, as you can say, just look at the flags out there. They're blowing pretty much directly down to St James Egan's goal. St James is now trying to run against the elements. Johnny Dewan now pops the ball in field, where it's picked up by Neary, but the sweeper there is going to tidy things up. That's Aidan Claffey, and then it's tidied up in full by David Wynn. And now out comes Conor Corcoran with the football, running down the left hand side. Solon waiting for his bodies to get back up the pitch. David Wynn gives a 1-2 now, and coming across now, and they switch the play, where it will be picked up by Owen Kelly. Owen Kelly now, another player involved in Galway at the start of the year, hampered with injuries. That's sadly the common theme for Galway football over the course of the year. Johnny Maloney plays the ball backwards, and then Conor Corcoran sprays a nice little ball over towards the left hand side where there is a bit of room, and David Wynn now is coming forward. Dummies to go forward with the football, gives it backwards to Sean Kelly. So far it's Maigh Cuilinn who continue to run the football, just shy of the St James's 45. Sean Kelly has to be careful. In the end, takes too many steps and gets flattened to the floor in the process, and stops the quick count himself and Paul Connery saying hello to each other. The maroon colours very much to put to one side. Heavy little hit comes on there from Corcoran, but it's probably a clever foul. It just ups the momentum. Paul Connery is grabbing every bouncing ball out in the middle of the field. He's looking up and plays it in towards the corner, where it's going to be very close now for Cuilinn to try and get that football that he does. Tries to go in as he needs some help. Not a lot of options. Ball goes in field. It's still going heavy. Challenge comes in, but it's forced to turnover. And it's Sean Kelly who gets looked like a high hit there. Referee missed that one. And now, oh my God, gives a free in. St James's are happy with that one, but surely that was a high challenge on towards the head of Sean Kelly. Referee missed it, and then he punished him, salt into the wounds when Kelly was deemed to have taken too many steps. Yeah,
it looked like he got contact in the face, but it also looked like the referee thought he dived, and and then Sean held onto the ball and he gave a free in. But so Paul Connery is taking this free now. right on the 14-metre line
Yeah,
to go
he'll be
point
close.
up.
Yeah, on the right-hand side, wrong side, but you would imagine Conroy, he's already got 2 from play. We'll add 1 from a placed ball here and put his side back in front. He's taking his time. St. James's are ready for the press and the kick-out to come. They fancy the Galway Stars' ability to get this over the bar, and that he does. Puts it over the bar. 3 points now for St. James's. 4.5 minutes gone in the second half. Conroy with 3. And it's their first time they're in front since back in the 9th minute. Power. St. James's go full court squeeze on Power, who's to drive it over high left. Looks like St. James's is coming to the football. They do at the second occasion. Jack O'Neill has had a big presence out in the middle of the pitch, as is his brother Sam now, who's striding forward with the football here. Options down his left-hand side. But O'Neill puts the ball in field, gives it to Paul Conroy, and they move it through their hands here. Owen Finnerty still keeps possession. Sam O'Neill grabs it out just outside the 45. St. James's up by 1 here. 5 minutes gone at the second half. Sam O'Neill now looking to go for a run. Bit of crossing off the ball is the call. Back it comes now, and they keep on going towards Jack O'Neill. Jack O'Neill is trying to bulldoze his way through. That way he does. Backwards it goes now. Back towards Sam O'Neill, but it's over on the left hand side. Not a scoring opportunity. Maybe now Paul Conroy will try and generate something. He'll go backwards. They try and squeeze it, where it's the centre back Folan now, nice little spin, gives it towards Johnny Dewan. Pressure coming on from Desi Keneally, but Johnny Dewan is able to get the ball away. Now they switch it with Cooney over towards the right hand side, and Jim, this is nearly like a carbon copy of what Cuilinn were doing the first half here.
Yeah, it's very possession based, but St. James's are probing. They're just waiting for that opportunity, and they haven't given the ball away, which is very important. They're just probably trying to work the ball into the scoring area and hope one of the O'Neills or Paul Conroy comes on the loop.
Now they go long inside where it goes. It's almost caught over there where Steve McCooney is. He fouled. Don't touch the ball on the surface is the call in the end, and it might even be brought forward a bit. And here comes the changes, and look who's stripped and ready to go. Peter Cook is about to be introduced here again. A big call there as well.
Ger Davern as well. Big,
yes.
two massive guys. So you would presume they're bringing them on for the aerial ability to hit from long kickouts.
And has that nearly counter-attack the O'Neills perhaps out in the middle of the field there?
Probably has, yeah. But yeah, that's an interesting one now. Ger Davern's a huge man. He's out wing forward now, I think. So maybe they'll hit him with a lot of kickouts out to the wing.
Claffey is one player to make way. Didn't catch a second player go off there. Definitely the 2 went on. We'll follow that over the next couple of moments. Looks like St. James's are about to do their chess match back and switch it around. But watch. So it's Neil Mackay was the second player to make way for Cuilinn, who are on the attack here with Desi Keneally. Backwards it goes towards David Wynn. Goes backwards with the football. Their turn now to push everyone forward. St. James is in front, 3 points to 2. 7.5 minutes gone here in the second half. Sean Kelly now, just inside the St. James's 45. Peter Cook is behind him. He's as nearly touching the ball for Peter Cook. And of course, with that breeze that he's back Dermot as well, he'll fancy a long-range effort. It changes the dynamic completely.
Absolutely. He's probably the one guy that Cuilinn need with that breeze to kick long-range score. He's one of the best in the game at it.
And he's already hovering, pretty much taking over the quarterback role straight away. And now he gets it right on cue. The deepest of the lot, aside from his goalkeeper, soling down the left-hand side, looking to try and get a bit of movement. Pops the ball over towards Paul Conroy, backwards it goes. Keep on possession, Conor Corcoran gives it back, and Galler and Niall Walsh are involved there, and that's a pull down. Surely referee says no. Peter Cook now demanding every football, sprays the ball over towards his side and side, but it's just been intercepted there. Good work rate now from Darren Neary, just stalls that attack. It's one of those possession balls. Now the squeeze comes on, and how on earth has Owen Finnerty managed to get out of jail there? Another danger ball, both sides, and Peter Cook gets the football. Oh, I don't know about that decision there, Jeremy. That looked to me like he got his body in the way and plucked away the football as well. Not a lot wrong Peter Cook did wrong in my eyes there.
Yeah, it probably was a frontal charge possibly. But yeah, you've often seen them be let play as well. But yeah, very physical challenge though. It shows the strength of him.
He's not a player that's standing back since he's come on. He's only on about 2 minutes, but he's heavily involved so far. But St. James now with Johnny Dewan, and there might be a ball over the top if they can get it through. Instead of Moran holds on to the football over towards the right hand side. Not the greatest pass in the world, but they find a way to come away through. Still going on that right hand side where the pressure comes on in towards the corner of the goal. This is strong run and punched effort. Has it squeezed in? No, it's 45. Over towards the left hand. Surely that's a 45. I thought he got a deflection off the defenders. The punched effort makes his way through. Strong run in the end. touch and go, might have got a lot more of the hand perhaps of the St. James's player, but hard running and desperately unlucky as they did all the hard work, but it still remains 3 points to 2 in St. James's favour.
The press is on now.
The squeeze from St. James's is on. Power sees maroon shirts left, right and centre. It's inside, yeah. In the end, the full court squeeze proved dividend as that ball did find its way towards David Wynn, but he was a step inside the arc. So this feels like a huge moment here. If they can try and get possession back and get a shot away from the resultant ball, be a 2-point swing potentially. Paul Conroy's gone up. It'll be against Peter Cook. The two bodies go up in the air. Looks like Conroy has it, but it breaks past it. But there's own Gallagher. Then it's scooped away, and instead it's Gallagher gets it at the second occasion. Then he's dragged back there, and that might be a card for Fintan Cooney, who drives the ball away. It'll be brought forward at a minimum here as well. Game is getting touchy.
Tis getting, there's a bit of bite in it, but hasn't really settled down. There's no pattern to it. It's hard to call who. St. James has probably settled a bit more against the breeze. You know, they have their tails up slightly. The fact that Maigh Cuilinn have brought on their two subs shows that they're probably slightly worried, and they want to, you know, get a bit of structure in their play and get a few scores on the board.
On the go now with Cian Dean down the left-hand side. Still St. James's with their noses in front, despite being against the elements. The shot comes in now, but Walsh has turned into a Gary Owen. Desi Keneally's underneath it, punched away cleverly by St. James's. Then batted forward at the second occasion, and now out comes St. James's with the football. And Cuilinn does well now. St. James's now. Paul Conroy again trying to demand the football, trying to drive his side up the pitch, trying to squeeze past against the elements. Has found a gap though and found a runner. And that's cleverly won by Cooney. Cooney now, the centre forward, over on the right hand side, chips the ball in towards the corner. St. James's now have runners. And look where Jack O'Neill is running straight into full forward. He's going to drag back Johnny Maloney. They go backwards with the football. But that long ball is potentially on as they keep on position out in the middle field. Cooney now pops the ball in field. St. James is on the run here. That's a heavy challenge comes in. But on St. James's, they keep on possession. Back it goes to Jack O'Neill. Jack O'Neill outside the tee. This one has to squeeze itself in. It has. It's a monster score. James is up by 2. 4 points to 2. 11 and a half minutes gone. But Jimmer, that feels like a massive score.
Huge score from Jack O'Neill. You know, a player who was kind of came back from playing soccer, was brought into the senior panel. Real athlete, real athletic player, and that is a fantastic score against the breeze. Just turned and kicked it over, as well as he's tagging Owen Gallagher. So you know he's keeping him quiet and has already got a score. So having a good game so far.
And Dermot, despite Maigh Cuilinn, who we said would probably be the happier of the two teams at the interval, they haven't scored in the second half yet.
Yeah, no, they probably they're more of a running team, and they probably need to kick a few long range scores. Peter Cook, they probably need to get a few of the lads on the ball. They can't get it into Desi Keneally, so yeah, still only 2 points in it.
Still only, and he would say that particularly the first game against Dunmore, where they had to grind it out. If there is a team to come the right side of a tight game, it is Maigh Cuilinn as they come charging forward now. Johnny Maloney, will he take a shot? He goes outside to the right, and he's dragged it towards the right hand side and wide number 6. That's ambitious at the best of days, never mind on a cold wet day, greasy ball, slippery surface, wind swirling. It's ambitious going outside of the right from there.
Yeah, absolutely, but we'll see if the press is on here with the kick out.
Both teams are squeezing the bejesus out of each other's kick outs. It's just about cut away, and it still not might be danger averted here as they play with fire. St. James's, but they look like they got the right side, and now on the come with Johnny Dewan. James Egan, eye of the needle stuff there, high risk. There's bodies down off the ball, but still comes Johnny Wan wrestling his way down the right hand side. He wants a free, he doesn't get it. Mora now picks up possession. James's now have to nearly go backwards just to get some maroon shirts. But again, look at Jack O'Neill. This seems to be a tactic. He's running towards that side. He got a fine score from that position a couple of moments ago. Start to drag back some of the Maigh Cuilinn defenders, but St. James now keeping on possession. Clock shows 13 and a half minutes gone here in the second half. The scoreboard shows a 2 point advantage for St. James's, 4 points to 2, despite St. James's been against the elements. They were level at the interval. Now St. James's seem to have found a bit of life. Now the shot comes in here. Cuilinn, has he got it? He hasn't. He's tailed it out. It feels like another. I said the last score was massive. That one, that wide, feels just as big.
Yeah, that was actually kickable. It was a brilliant move by St. James. Has worked it up. But there's one thing about St. James. They look very fit out there. They have a young team, and the two O'Neills in particular are just gazelles. They never stop running. So they're not going to die. That's for sure against the breeze.
Breeze continues swirling its way around here in Pearse Stadium, but it is still Maigh Cuilinn who have a 2 point deficit. They do have a runner here out. As Michael Maughan has open country in front of Peter Cook. Is a little bit further down the line. Cook is looking like he wants to come on the loop. Mon is still going with the football. Now does give it blatantly towards Cook, who drops the football and is smashed in by Sam O'Neill. And Sam O'Neill is probably reflecting the St. James's performance to date. No fear on the going back with Johnny Maloney in possession of the football. Solo and forward. Looking up, needs a runner. Steeps going, pops it off the shoulder and gets it back again. Maloney now gives it towards Cook. Cook now going outside of the right. Peter Cook, can he curl this one over? Will it squeeze in? It won't. It would have been an inspirational one. You're eyeing that one up. You're nearly begging it to go over the bar with the wind to swirl it, but just the wrong side of the post.
Yes, textbook Peter Cook. He just came in from the outside and just outside the right boot sliced it. Just went wide. Probably a bit rusty. He wouldn't have much football played, but almost went over the bar.
Still St. James's in front, 4 points to 2. Egan now goes over towards that right hand side again, and they get possession of the football. Now comes the runner with St. James's. Such a well drilled side, and now they come forward with the football again, and still on the go. And it's a fine run here from Jack Folan, who then, just as I say, it hits traffic, has to battle for it, and it's been gobbled up over there, and it's picked up now. Owen Kelly got that football, more tagging off the football, but on it goes now, where they come forward now. Owen Gallagher now trying to get a bit of peace, a speed even into the game. Pops it on the shoulder towards Desi Keneally. Desi Keneally spins around. Can he get a shot away? Gives the ball back towards Gallagher. There's an option on the edge of the D if they can try and generate it back. George Avern is standing there all alone on the edge of the D. St. James's haven't got a bit of cover. Now they eventually get the cover, but still comes the ball now. They're going to chip it across the goal. Dangerous ball, but Sam O'Neill is there. It bounces up. Where's the ball going to go? Back by Walsh. Now it comes over on their right hand side. Punched up. Has it got the juice? Egan comes in. It gets a punch in the end. It's over the bar. It's a first score of the second half. It's Jared Davron, seems to be running away, haven't got the last connection of the ball. He clattered the St. James's player, I think, in the process. Their first score of the second half, and it makes it a 1 point ball game.
Yeah, I think Jared Davron, I think there was an after ball altercation with Paul Conroy and Jared Davron after the score there. So I wonder did the umpires see anything? They're talking to each other there, but well, it was a great fist by Jared Davron. He just followed it in, and he's a huge man. He must be 6'6", 6'7". He just got a fist to it, put it over the bar. So it's 4-3. She's a very low scoring game, but there's only one in it. It looks like James McLaughlin now, his hamstring is well strapped. Looks like he's going to enter the game. Another huge man as well.
That right side has nearly a roll of tape on it. Doesn't it feel like that? It's heavily strapped. He's limbering up here at the edge of the sideline. The big number 9, another very talented footballer, sadly hampered by injuries. And all this time, you can see the officials, they're having a good chinwag with each other, but it doesn't look like there's going to be any resultant punishment here. As he indicates that he has stopped the clock, which at the moment shows 17 minutes gone in the second half. It's a 1 point ball game here in Pearse Stadium. St. James's with their noses in front. And Paul Conroy, he's looking around, he's having a good word at the umpire saying, did you not see that? And it appears that they didn't, or if they did, they certainly deemed that it wasn't punishable. The play on continues. Mike
Cuilinn have a lot of big men on the pitch now, so St. James's won't have as much dominance as they would on the high balls, you would presume.
So Egan now with a lot of green shirt dancing in front of him here. The hands are up in the air for Mike Cuilinn. Egan has to go over towards that right hand side. It's a low ball. It's been intercepted though. And now comes the counter attack. Is there a scamper back in the goal? If the back comes back. Gallagher, has he got it? He's levelled the sides here again. You said, Dermot, the squeeze is on. They've burned that one over and they've levelled the sides.
Yeah, it's very difficult for a goalkeeper against that breeze to get the ball out. So there's only Mark and Mike Cuilinn. They're basically in lines of 3 in the middle. I'd say they'll probably St. James will need to go to Paul Conroy here.
They go over towards that right hand side. Up go the bodies. Up, it breaks out, and Sam O'Neill gets the breaking ball. Now punches the ball down the line. The sides are level again. This is the third time here in Pearse Stadium with 18.5 minutes gone in the second half. 4 points apiece. St. James is now trying to get their counter punch. Jack O'Neill is coming on the loop here. Spins the ball, but it's a little bit backwards. They will try and recycle here. And the pressure comes on, and Mark Cuilinn this time, their turn to put the eager on. Peter Cook comes trying forward like a dog through the football, wins the all-important football, and they get their free out. And it just feels like there's a bit of a green tide at the moment.
Yeah, very strong players there for Mike Cuilinn, just turned them over. Disappointed for St. James not to get a score there. They had the overlap, but Mike Cuilinn on the attack here now again.
Gallagher, who levelled the side a couple of moments ago, is fouled on the halfway line here. St. James is now, they just need to be strong. The wind is just bellowing its way through at Pearse Stadium. It's in favour of Mark Cuilinn for the second half. 2 points apiece in the first half, 2 points apiece so far in the second half. That leaves us at 4-0 with about 11 minutes of normal time left here at Pearse Stadium. A draw is enough for Cuilinn. That would see them top the group and have the week off. All sorts of permutations are possible, but the big thing is, particularly with the potential for so many games to be refixed for a Thursday night, finishing top of the group has never been as more important here for either side. On they come again. Johnny Maloney now. He had an attempt earlier on in the game. He went outside of the right. He's still going down that side. This time he doesn't. He cuts in field, turns down the shot. He's run out of trouble, scoops the ball backwards, takes too many steps in the end. And I think that last shot that he took, that he ballooned wide from that side, was in his mind there.
Yeah, he was probably just trying to bring it in to fits it over the bar, but St. James defended very well. But it's level now. There's 20 minutes gone, 10 minutes to go plus injury time. So, St. James are going to have to get a couple of scores.
They certainly are. They've lost the football though. Hit contact and Cuilinn gobble it up here. Now they come forward with the football. It's popped inside. It's very scrappy, but it does make its way towards Sean Kelly. Sean Kelly now scoops it over on the left hand side. Where on come the runners. Davern with the last score of the game. Now the shot comes in. The shot comes in from the left hand side. Have they got it? They don't. Whitehall continues to rise. 7 now for Cuilinn. Still 4 points apiece. Still anybody's game.
You would have put your house on Desi there to slot that over. It suited him well. I'd say there wasn't much in it. I'd say it just tailed wide. But Cuilinn have definitely taken over now. St. James's are probably trying to kill the time now going down. Johnny Dewan is going down here. Oh, Johnny Dewan, he's actually cut over the eye. Probably a blood sub.
He's got a shiner there on that left eye socket.
So they'll want to get Johnny on the pitch back as soon as possible. He's a hugely influential player for St. James's, particularly in the defensive unit that they have there. But he looks like he's cut open there over the eyes, so he'll have to get patched up before he comes back on.
Yeah, it's level here in Pearse Stadium, 4 points apiece. It's also level in Tuam Stadium. Monavea Abbey 6 points, Dunmore McHale 6 points. That would see Monavea Abbey stay safe, continue in the championship. Dunmore would be in the relegation semi-final. As things stand, Dunmore need a win in that game, as do St. James's here if they want to top the pile. They have a bit of time to try and continue. You'd say 8.5 plus, say, give or take some pocket money. It'll be about 11 minutes of football left here at Pearse Stadium. Game locked at 4 points apiece. Johnny Dewan, as he said, is coming his way off here. Has to get that eye patched up. And this is such a pressure kick out, because again Cuilinn have the squeeze on Egan. They've pushed nearly everyone forward. He drives it along, up this time high up into the air, over on the right hand side. Up go the bodies. Sam O'Neill comes down, but it's Cuilinn to get possession of the football. Sean Kelly dived on that football, plays the ball infield, and now on they come again. It's Tom Clark. Clark now switches it across to this side. Keane Dean picks up possession, gives it towards Gallagher. Gallagher now on their right hand side, usually the go-to man over the years. Turns down the opportunity to give it towards Cook, sprays the ball in turn, back it goes where Michael Maughan gives it in field. Now it goes and they keep on possession. Over there is Paul Kelly. Paul Kelly now switches it over towards the left hand side where the attack continues. Owen Kelly now puts it in forward. Will it goes back in turn? Desi now. He had it wide a couple of moments ago. He's going for take two. Desi, has he got it? It looks good. It is. No, it's not. The umpires look like they're about to wave it up. And they deemed that it had gone wide in the end. So it's still 4 points apiece. The kick and tee got booted away there in the process. James Egan can't take the quick one. He'll have to go long again, but that's twice. You banked the house on Desi.
I think everyone thought that was over because it was the same position as the last shot, but there must be a difficult enough breeze there.
He seemed to swirl at the last second as well, because it looked good for large periods. Egan goes over towards that right hand side again. The ball breaks. Who's going to get the ball? Now St. James are almost gone with the football, but all the bodies have gone forward, but they didn't get the all important football. Instead it's back now with Tom Clark with the football, gives it towards Cuilinn. In field it goes where Maloney gets clattered off the football. Referee has the advantage, but on they go now. Keep it on Conan. Another hit comes on and still possession of the football kept. A dangerous little ball goes across now towards Walsh. Walsh scoops the ball in field. Where's the ball going to break? It's a scramble. Is that a pull down? Is that a pull down? Jared Darvin was making his way through towards the goal. He got stopped, ended up on the floor. Certainly a free in. Will there be a card lashed out as well? It would be absolutely massive if there was.
I don't think there will be, but that's a big opportunity missed for St. James's. The kick out went over their heads, and there was a break of 4. St. James guys breaking up the field, and they just lost the ball, lost possession. It's gone down, and now Cuilinn have a score to go ahead. I think, is it for the first time they're going ahead with the game?
No, it would actually be, yeah. So a good point. But keep on Desi Kennedy. Paul Conroy booked in that process there as well. This will be a tap over free for Desi, and he nails it. So Maigh Cuilinn 5, St James's 4. 6 minutes to go.
Yeah, at this stage you're just looking for someone to come off the bench to make an impact. Probably Maigh Cuilinn have shown their cards early, and they've got a bit of a bounce from their bench. Johnny Duane looks like he's strapped up and coming back on now, so they'll, I'm sure St James will try and get him back to the pitch at all costs to see out the game.
Yeah, so there comes Johnny Duane, Terry Butcher mode, well strapped up that eye is. And he replaces the blood sub, and also they've introduced Dan McNulty as well, as this time James Egan goes over towards the front of us here in front of the stand. The last few had gone high right to limited success. Now the Crimson's come a heavy enough challenge on a St James's player there. I think it was Niall Walsh involved with the last bit of contact. But it's the side in front here, down the business end of this game. 4 minutes of normal time left. Maigh Cuilinn would have 1 point advantage. That will see them top the group. A draw will be enough, in fact. St James's need to get at least 2 points here if they want to have the weekend off. Johnny Duane straight away back into possession, as is Dan McNulty, just on a couple of moments ago. St James's now need to try and generate something. They've pushed Jack O'Neill up in front of us here. He's standing just inside the 45. Now comes the run, but they spin backwards, have to be careful as a squeeze comes on from Maigh Cuilinn. Infield it goes. Johnny Duane now will let the ball bounce in front of him, make his way across towards the right hand side. Their turn now to try and pickpocket a deep line Maigh Cuilinn defence. Over towards their right hand side they go, keeping on possession, plays the ball in field, give and go. Peter Cook puts some contact in, and then it's almost a hand over the top to Pampas to himself. Wonderful ruck rate in the end. You don't see that too many times.
Very fortunate there, but it worked out well for him.
Got the bounce that it required, so that was illegal. And into the action comes Lee Vahy now for St James's. So see who is making away in the next moment or so. It's Peter Healy who is making away. And number 7, Lee Vahy, is in here. So he will play the last 4 minutes of normal time left here with his side trailing by a point. Paul Conroy has grabbed the football. He's punt kicked it down the line where it goes, but it's going to spin all the way through. And Andrew Powell will tidy things up in front of his goal. Pops it over towards the left-hand side where Conor Corcoran is striding forward with the football. Gets it up the line where Jared Daveron picks things up. He's had a big impact since he's been introduced in the second half. Now David Wynne will go infield. No, keeps on possession. Gives it across now. Gives a 1-2 off Neil Mackay. Still on he goes. Keeping Wynne now, keeping possession of the football. Still on he goes. St James, as you feel, will have to try and generate some kind of contact here. They're sitting a little bit deeper at the moment, and it's Sean Kelly now just teasing them in front of them, holding on to possession. Galler now is indicating that he wants some movement. He's running down the left-hand side, pops the ball off the shoulder, where it's picked up by Tom Clark. Clark continues to solo his way down that left-hand side, over towards the sideline where it goes towards Peter Cook. Peter Cook now strides in field. Peter Cook will take one. This one is high. This one to hang towards the goal. Has it enough? Peter Cook with an outrageous score from the left-hand side. He's back.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic score. Like where he got that ball, it was down on the 45, down against the sideline, and he just cut in and slotted it over the bar from about 35-40 yards out. Absolutely brilliant score. 2 points in it now, big lead.
Huge lead for Maigh Cuilinn. St James is now, their time is nearly up. 2.5 minutes of normal time to go. They probably need a couple of scores. They've bombed the ball in the right hand side this time, where Jack O'Neill gets on possession. He's looking for it in the middle of the field. Can he get it? It doesn't. No, it just about gets a hand in now. The squeeze comes in. It's picked up by Paul Conroy. He's on his hands and knees. Shot comes in, and the shot comes over the bar. Well converted in the end by Jack Nolan. A badly needed St James to score. Now they have to squeeze this.
Now they have to press. This is where St James has got a lot of change in the first half. Oh, was it inside? No, just outside. Short kick out. But they have it again.
They force the turnover, and this could be a goal scoring opportunity now. Conroy's coming down at goal. Conroy's gobbled up. He's pulled down, and the referee hasn't given it. Oh, sweet mother of Jesus, referee.
Yeah, it's hard to know what happened there. I think Paul got a bang.
Oh, it's watch the replay. It's as blatant as a freeze you'll see all day long. He's coming through. He's nearly dragged by the neck. Maigh Cuilinn have got away with a big one there.
That's a big call. It's a big call. They'll be talked about in the pub after it.
Still on the go, but the hard work done, and they were nearly through. But the referee deemed that challenge was legal, and Maigh Cuilinn coming forward, but there's another turnover. St James is now Johnny Duane coming forward. 1.5 minutes of normal time to go. St James is trailed by 1. They have to win the game if they want to top the group. Johnny Duane now drives his side forward. They're trailing by 1, 6 points to 5 after a pretty dour game, the truth be told. got a little bit exciting here in the second half. That's a little bit scrappy, and the challenge comes in as the turnover come back. It is. The pressure is coming on, and now Jason Keneally has forced the turnover. Keeps the ball, gives it back towards Cook. Cook is going to stride his way forward. How far does he want to go? Cook from inside the D chips it. Has it enough juice? It does in the end. Over the bar it goes. Huge swing. You think about the Paul Connery chance here 30-40 seconds ago. Peter Cook has got his second score in the row, and he's given his side a 2-point advantage.
Yeah, that's a cruel piece of play there. I think was it Folan, Jack Folan, who got turned over as well as that. So unfortunate for St. James's there, but just ruthless from Mike Cuilinn to get a score there.
Yeah, if there ever is a team that are killer beasts coming down the end of games, it is Mike Cuilinn. They've won so many tight games over the years. Started, of course, the championship this year with a last grasp Niall Walsh goal to break Dunmore's hearts. We'll see how that game is going on in 2 minutes. But here, 4 minutes to go. St. James's trail by 2. They need to win the game. They have to drive forward. That's the yard with Paul Connery shoving a couple of players out his way. Not the greatest pass in the world though, and it's gobbled up. And out comes St. James's with the football. There's too many steps being taken. And it is Johnny Maloney who has done enough. And it'll be brought forward a bit as well for a bit of messing off the football. And Sean Kelly, I was about to say there'll be no rush to take it. He does. He boots it up the line. It's on a mighty scramble. Paul Kelly's underneath that. But St. James's are going to come out with the football. Now Levi gets it. They need some urgency here. The 4 minutes of addition time have started. It's St. James's trail by 2 against the Elements. McNulty goes over and around towards the right hand side. Backwards it goes. But Johnny Dewan is able to grab the football. Infield now towards Levi. St. James's now need to try and work this opportunity. You'd say there's probably just about enough time if they want to go for points. A goal would be absolutely perfect. We saw how dangerous late goals were at the end of the first game here as Navan and Littlemore just rattling down. But here comes Sam O'Neill. Edges the way forward over on the right hand side. Can he get his shot away? He goes back on his left. It's going to hang up in the air, but it's going to turn into a Gary Owen over this side. Up with the bodies. It's caught there by Conor Corcoran. He does well. Strides a tackle. Bombs it down the line now, where it's picked up in turn here. And on they go again. It's Niall Walsh. Niall Walsh does well. He's strong. He's brave. Holds onto the football. Cuts in field cleverly. Then pops it backwards towards Cian Dean. Cian Dean with a lovely bit of a sidestep there. On he goes with the ball. Punches the ball down the line, where they're starting to get a bit of movement now. There's a hand comes in. Cian Dean, can he get the ball? He just about can. It's gobbled up over there, and there's a late hit coming in on David Wynn, and that'll be a free just inside the 45 for Mike Cuilinn with a minute and a half with a 4 played. A little bit of card being flashed out here in turn by Jack Nolan, but you imagine now Peter Cook will come over, take the shot and goal, and they'll be ready for any kick out. Yellow card has been flashed there to one of the St. James's players. That's Jack Nolan who's been punished for that one. But Peter Cook now, he's got 2 in a row. No, he's going to leave it for Desi Keneally, in fact. He had strided away over towards the football. But look at Mike Cuilinn again. They've pushed up. They're trying to squeeze St. James's past here. This goal point here would pretty much wrap things up, you would feel. Leave it a very uphill challenge. But here comes a Desi Keneally just inside the 45. On the right hand side, looks like he will squeeze inside. Oh, he's nailed it. What a free that is from Desi Keneally. Now, a 3-point advantage for Mike Cuilinn with a minute and a half to go. They need a goal.
Yeah, the experience of Mike Cuilinn has probably just, got the win here, or should get the win unless there's a goal. St. James's have had a lot of chances. They've been unfortunate really not to get a result, but it's not over yet. That they might have one last go.
Johnny Dewan now leads the charge, gives it towards Jack O'Neill. Dewan is clattered off the ball. Advantage is the call here, but on comes St. James's. They don't have time to wait for the advantage. Look at Peter Cook putting almighty pressure on the football. Have they turned their way over? Then out they come. Paul Kelly comes to the football. Tigerish work rate here from Mike Cuilinn. On they stride again. Keeps on the football, pops the ball in field, and on they go again. Still relentless work rate coming forward here. And on they go in turn and keep on coming. The ball comes in at the end. O'Kelly had travelled so much with that football. Backwards it goes towards Niall Walsh. Niall Walsh, has he squeezed it over? Niall Walsh nails it. And shin, you would say. 4-point lead now for Mike Cuilinn. And they're just a beast come the end of games.
Yeah, they just have so much experience. Big game players, inter-county experience as well. They just ground out the results near the end there. St. James's have had their opportunities and probably just a few unforced errors, and maybe not taking the right opportunity has kind of cost them in the end.
So on they go again. There's about 15 seconds of normal time left. They trail by 4. O'Neill now, Jack that is, pops the ball backwards, so they try and spin around around Finnerty. Finnerty now will try to lob this one around the house. This one likes to go on the full, and he's got a point, fine point in the end. makes it a 3-point ball game. Time, ease up, so one last squeeze and try and get the ball back and work a Hail Mary here.
Yeah, Owen Finnerty has had a really good game as well. Real promising player. That was a fantastic score from way out the field.
So Andrew Power, probably with the most game-changing, decisive moment here. Will he go short? Will he have an option to go short? It looks like he's going to go high left. That's where the ball goes, but that is it. Maigh Cuilinn have done it. They will top Group 2 after defeating St. James's here by 9 points to 6 here. Scrappy game, but in the end, Maigh Cuilinn, grit, class and everything of the above.
Yeah, probably deserved to win it in the end. We'll go through now with a week off. St. James's, I think, will be playing on the Thursday because they're a dual club. So they're out in 5 days time. But they won't be easy for anybody. There'll be nothing easy if anyone gets St. James's. They have a really good team, very balanced and very fit team, well organised. So, both teams will go on, and who knows, they could meet in the championship later on in the season.
And full time in Tuam as well. And Dunmore have defeated Monavea Abbey by 9 points to 8. That's the result that keeps Dunmore alive in the championship. And Monavea Abbey will be into the relegation semi-finals. Carl Stern are the other team to join them. That's the two teams that we know. So far we will know today. Salty Lochnacara, Navan and Lettermore will be a group seeded team in the preliminary quarter final. Montpellier Maigh will be an unseeded team. Here it will be Maigh Cuilinn who will go straight through to the quarterfinals. St. James's will be a seeded team. Dunmore will be an unseeded team, and Monavea Abbey straight through to relegation semi-final. I think that wraps up the summary. We will keep you up to date, and it was in Galway Bay FM over the course of the weekend. But that's the match done and dusted. That's groups 1 and 2 decided here in the first day of championship action this weekend for the Bon Secours Galway Senior Football Championship. Tomorrow, attention will turn to groups 3 and 4. We'll be down the road in Tuam Stadium. We'll bring you Tuam versus Cuilinn, and we'll also bring you Milltown versus Barna. That'll decide group 3 and 4. But here, it's full time and the end at a wet and Wednesday Pierce Stadium. But it is Maigh Cuilinn who have defeated St. James's by 9 points to 6, and Maigh Cuilinn will top the group. Slán agus Spannacht.
QFinancial.ie got the price and advice for me.
Pension auto-enrolment will soon be introduced. This means that all full-time workers over the age of 23 earning more than €20,000 per year must contribute to a pension, and employers must contribute. What are those pension entitlements, and is there independent advice available? The Q Financial Pension Team are experienced in advising both employees and employers of the positive and affordable options available for your situation. Call 091 421 900 or log on to qfinancial.ie.
Q Financial, QFinancial.ie.
Based in Clare, Galway, OMA Financial Services Limited, trading as qfinancial.ie, is an authorised independent pension intermediary regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
We redefine your relationship with energy, save you money, and get you on the path to a cleaner, greener future. JFW Renewables, your nationwide solar energy specialists. Call us today for a greener tomorrow.
Inside, where they come on the loop back towards Paul Conroy, but the pass isn't good. He has to go back and get it. He does it the reason he's back. Conroy from the hands, and Conroy's nailed it. Keneally through Ivan Needle, and Paul Kelly now is coming with the football. Around the loop it goes. Keneally has a shot again. Keneally goes for goal, and it's punched over the bar in the end. Conroy again on the loop, just inside the 45. Conroy this time goes on his left or right. Has he got it? He certainly has. Up there again, as you can probably tell on the mics. He's looking like he's going to go outside of the boot again and almost stab this one towards the goal. And that he does. Oh, it's taking his time. St. James's are ready for the press on the kick out to come. They fancy the Galway Stars' ability to get this over the bar. And that St. James is on the run here. That's a heavy challenge comes in. But on St. James's to keep on possession. Back it goes to Jack O'Neill. Jack O'Neill outside the D. This one has to squeeze itself in. It bounces up. Where's the ball going to go? Back by Walsh now. It comes over on the right hand side. Punched up. Has it got the juice? Egan comes in. It gets a punch in the end. It's been intercepted though. And now comes the counter attack. Is there a scamper back in the goal? If the back comes back. Galler, has he got it? He's levelled the sides here again. Yep. So a good point. But keep on Desi Keneally. Paul Conroy booked in that process there as well. This will be a tap over free for Desi. And he goes towards Peter Cook. Peter Cook now strides in field. Peter Cook will take one. This one is high. This one to hang towards the goal. Has it enough? Peter Cook would enough. It doesn't. No, it just about gets a hand in. Now the squeeze comes in. It's picked up by Paul Conroy. He's on his hands and knees. Shot comes in, and the shot comes over the bar. Well converted. Gives it back towards Cook. Cook is going to stride his way forward. How far does he want to go? Cook from inside the D chips it. Has it enough juice? It does in the end. Over the challenge. But here comes a Desi Keneally, just inside the 45. On the right hand side, looks like he will squeeze inside. Oh, he's nailed it. And keep on coming. The ball comes in at the end. O'Kelly had travelled so much with that football. Backwards it goes towards Niall Walsh. Niall Walsh, has he squeezed it over? Niall Walsh, that is, pops the ball backwards. So they try and spin around around Finnerty. Finnerty now will try to lob this one around the house. This one likes to go on the full. And he's got a point, fine point in the end.